smash the like button, and subscribe.
Why do you support Donald Trump?
I just feel that we need him right now. Kamala Harris, I'm very familiar with her, and I'm surprised you haven't dug so deep into her. She is one of the most corrupt people. Well, she's not more corrupt than a lot of people, but she's extremely corrupt. And I can't believe you haven't dug deep into that to find that out. Now, I do want to call out something that you keep saying. You keep talking about Trump has been, I don't know the right word. I don't want to mischaracterize you, convicted of rape. But have you pulled the transcripts of that case at all? I've asked you to before through the text. I don't know if you've seen my, when I chat, you got a lot going on, so you probably haven't. But I've asked you many times, and I've tried to come up many times just to ask you this. Why have you not dug deep into it? You dig deep into some things, but you make these accusations without digging deep into it. I took a look at the transcripts. The lady had zero proof whatsoever. Also, I'm not 100% sure on
Can I ask you a
this.
question? Can you name
Yeah.
one piece of evidence in the case you dispute?
Can I name a piece of evidence
That you dispute?
about that case?
Yeah.
Yeah, she had zero proof. She had zero proof.
He doesn't know. So you said I should look into it more, but you can't name a single piece of evidence in the case you dispute?
Yeah,
That's pretty ironic.
Gave it to you.
You
I
didn't.
just gave it to you.
You just said she didn't have evidence,
said-
which, by the way, there was evidence submitted into the court, so you're just lying. Either you haven't looked into the case,
Oh, come on.
or you don't know
Come
how to
on,
read.
Bring it up. Bring up the proof
I mean, I
that
wouldn't
you
be
have
surprised
that
if
you
the
have
latter
proof.
is the answer. Genuinely. Like, at this point, like, are you serious? Like, you just said you read into the transcripts and that I haven't looked into it, but you can't name a single piece of evidence you dispute? That's seriously embarrassing.
Okay. When did this case happen?
When did this case happen? Well, he was liable
Yeah,
in 2023. She accused him in 2019.
Okay, so they had the court hearings in 2023.
I think it was 2022, 2023.
Yeah. So how many years ago was that?
Like 3 years ago?
Yeah, and just in case you might not understand, when we start getting older, if we haven't looked something up recently, it's not easy to pull things right off the top of your head.
Okay, so
You
how
might
can
be
you
able
say
to
to
do
me
it,
I
but
need
we
to look into this, but you can't even
I
fucking
looked
remember what
into
you
it.
looked at?
I remember looking into it. I don't remember the specifics. See, you
don't.
do
No.
this to
It's
a
not that
lot
you
of
don't
people.
remember any
You do
specifics. It's
this
that you
to
don't
a lot
remember.
of people.
No, it's not that you don't remember all the specifics. It's that you don't remember literally any. You don't remember a single piece of evidence that you dispute in the case. You're saying I need to look into it more. Okay, I
Okay.
think that's dishonest of you.
She said that.
Maybe you need to look into it again. How about that?
Okay, yeah, I'll accept that. She said that they asked her what were the now again, don't take me word for word. I'm telling you from my memory, which is not word for word, okay? So don't press me on word for word type stuff. But when they asked her for times and dates and where did this happen, where did that happen, she couldn't give any of that.
1995 to 1996. Not being able to mention the specific time, date, or exact aspects of that is
And
not evidence that it didn't happen. In the same way that you just said that your lack of memory about this specific scenario is not lack of evidence that you actually looked into it in the first place.
okay,
By the way, you see how the grace you gave to yourself about not remembering things, but then you gave no grace to her as a victim for remembering the trauma that she went through? Seriously embarrassing.
No, okay. Yeah, you do this to a lot of people.
Yeah, genuinely,
you
it deserved to happen to you there because you literally gave no grace to her,
because you
but you
don't
wanted all the grace for yourself.
no, that's not the case.
That's
I
exactly what
didn't
just
say she
happened.
didn't get any grace. No, it's not.
Well, you
I
just said
didn't
that was
say
the
she
basis
didn't
for
get
why
any
it didn't
grace.
happen. You just said the reason why it didn't happen is because she didn't remember the exact specific day it
No.
happened.
She had zero answers for it. I didn't say she
You had
didn't
zero answers for
remember it.
a single piece of evidence in the case you disputed.
Oh, come on.
But by the way, so again, a grace for you, but not grace for anyone else,
No, I didn't say that.
especially victims.
Don't put words in my mouth.
Well, that's what just happened. So then at least
No, it's
acknowledge that you
not.
disagree with what you just did.
You're twisting things,
I'm
which
not.
you're pretty good at.
Go
You're
ahead.
pretty good at it.
Make your point then.
So now you keep bringing up Epstein also. If Trump did something that was worthy of being considered bad with the Epstein files, don't you think using common sense. Don't you think when the DNC was trying to pull every rabbit out of the hat to keep him from becoming president, don't you think after having 4 years of their hands on all of that, don't you think they would have used that against him? Use your common sense here. Answer me. Don't you think they would have used that?
So they did release some things, like, for example, the flight logs, but they didn't have the ability to release all of them because they were sealed and because of the ongoing investigation into Ghislaine Maxwell and case.
Okay, so you keep saying that Trump's not releasing the files. Do you know that he's petitioned for it and been turned down at least 3 times that I know of by a federal judge?
No, Trump quite
Yes.
literally tried to get people to not release the Epstein files.
Yes,
He
at
literally
one point
canceled
he
Marjorie
did.
Taylor
You know
Greene.
why? Yes.
Wait, by the way,
Yes,
let
he
me
did.
clarify. He canceled Marjorie Taylor Greene because she literally wanted the Epstein files to be released. He calls her Marjorie Trader Greene now. Okay? So someone who was like the most loyal MAGA person ever literally got condemned and canceled because of the fact that she wanted the files released because Donald Trump didn't want them released so badly. It was the overwhelming
Oh,
push
come on.
to get them released
Come
that
on.
forced them to be in this
There's-
situation.
okay.
And then now they're not releasing all the files, even though they're legally obligated to do so. And also, they're literally incompetent. When they're releasing some of the files, they're literally posting CSAM, child abuse material, and they're not redacting the bodies of the minors, but they're going to redact Donald Trump's face. How incompetent.
that-
It's either that they're incompetent or they're evil and disgusting and trying to release CSAM.
If they're going to redact Trump's face, they should redact all of, all those others. The victims should be protected. I agree. But I'm looking something up to show you right quick.
Well, the issue is that they're not. They're not protecting the victims.
Yeah, I know. I agree with you. They should, but
Okay.
I'm looking something up right quick. Give me just 1 second.
Okay. Lawton, thank you so much for the $2 as well. Thank you very much. Magdalena, thank you so much. Really appreciate the euro. Thank you.
Petition for the
Sharon, thank you for the $10. Thank you very much. Alrighty, do give him a second, everyone. If you're on TikTok, tap that screen. Let's get to 1 million likes. If you're on YouTube, hit that thumbs up. Let's try to get to 2,000 likes. I would seriously really appreciate everyone. We're gonna be on live for another 2.5 hours at least. Everyone depends on whenever Dean hops on.
was Trump denied.
Oh no. Actually, I think what you're misunderstanding is that Thomas Massey in Rocana tried to ask a federal judge for or got denied by a federal judge in terms of trying to get like some sort of independent force of the release of the Epstein files on behalf of the DOJ. I think that's what you're probably remembering. But that's actually going against Trump because his administration won't release it and his DOJ won't release it.
Okay, yeah. I can support Trump. Doesn't mean I support everybody in his whatever you call it. But also, hold on. Let me mute my notification. Also, just because I support Trump doesn't mean I agree with everything he does and says. For example, I'm never going to call the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America. I don't support or agree with everything, but I do feel he's the person that needs to be in that position right now. But that doesn't mean, and here's something that bothers me. The left when you go down one path, everybody seems to go down that path. And you guys think the Republicans, I'm not a Republican, by the way, but you guys seem to think the Republicans are like the left and everybody has to agree with everything that's said and done, just like the left does.
That's not what we do.
But they don't. Oh, really?
That's actually something I think is
keep
not
hearing
true
it
on our side.
everywhere.
And by the way, that's something I critique on our own side as well. Like specifically, I don't think that we are a monolith, that we need to have exactly the same views. I actually believe, and this is something I've said, especially even recently, that there needs to be a broad coalition within the Democratic Party of different views that people have, right, to fight against the different views specifically that Trump is espousing. We have to build coalitions. We have to work together. We have to compromise in order to be able to actually legitimately get a fight and a coalition against Trump and his administration and against anything that they're trying to push in terms of our system. So I'm very much an acknowledgement of that. That doesn't mean I have to agree with everyone. No one has to agree with 100% with me, but we absolutely have to work together. We absolutely have to compromise in order to get things done. And that's something that we have to all acknowledge. I'm not trying to get every single thing that I specifically believe in. I'm trying to get as much as I possibly can. And I'm willing to work with other people to do it, right? That's the reality of our systems. We have to collaborate and work with other people that we disagree with in order to be able to get things done. That's the reality of politics. If we
I'm
don't
glad to
accept
hear you
that,
think
then
that way.
we can't actually affect things within politics.
I'm glad you think that way. That's one time I'm glad to hear you say that. Now, do you think that Republicans hate immigrants?
No, I don't think every single Republican hates immigrants. For example, there's some
Do you think the
Republicans
majority
that
does?
support Harris.
Do you think the majority of Republicans that support Trump hate immigrants?
That's on the line, maybe.
No, no. I know, even though I'm not a Republican, I know so
Well,
many
how about this?
lefties.
Will
I
they
know so
say
many
they hate
Republicans.
immigrants? Will they say they hate immigrants? Probably not. But a lot of their positions, are they rooted in hatred of immigrants?
No, no. They don't like things being done illegally. Like, are you okay with somebody walking into a store and grabbing stuff from the store and walking out without paying for it? Are you okay with that?
No.
Why not?
Because I disagree with stealing from people, which is
it's
exactly what the
illegal,
Trump
right?
administration is doing in Venezuela.
And it's
You're against
illegal,
that.
right?
You're against that, right? You disagree with that. You think that's so bad. You think that should never happen. So why do you support the Trump administration doing that with Venezuela?
Did I say I did? Why are you putting words in my mouth?
Okay, sorry. Do you support them doing that?
I don't know the full situation.
Well, they're
what I
literally
do
stealing
support-
oil from Venezuela.
What I do support is Medrano, or whatever, however you say his name, not being there anymore. He was supposed to be. He wasn't an elected. He wasn't an elected president. So I am for him being out of there, 100%.
So then, how do you feel about them appointing the same Maduro regime back into office after they got Maduro? It's literally just the vice president stepped up.
That's not the point. The point is Maduro is out. That's
But
the point.
it's still an illegitimate
The only
regime in
point for
office.
me-
Wait, I'm sorry.
No, it's not the regime. It's not the regime. It's him.
So by the way,
It's that man.
let's say that we did determine that Donald Trump won the 2020 election. Let's say we did determine that, and they took out Biden from the office, but then Harris just stepped up. Do you think the legitimate person who won got into the position of power in that circumstance?
Run that by me one more time.
Let's say that Donald Trump got everything he wanted. He won the 2020 election, right? But actually, the Democrats got into the position. And let's say that we determine that to be true. And then they got Joe Biden out of that position because he didn't rightfully win the election. And then Harris just stepped up. Did the rightful administration get into office that won the election? Or is the wrong administration still in office under your view?
No, in your scenario that you just said, then Harris would not be the correct. Would not be correct.
The correct person to be in that situation, yes, right? So again, the vice president stepping up within Venezuela is not evidence of the fact that the Venezuelan people were made better off. The same regime is in office, literally the exact same regime. So unless you can identify
did I
a
say
policy
anything about
difference
that?
or an ideological difference between the vice president and Maduro, then I don't know what to tell you. I don't know how you're going to be able to see any difference in terms of the effect on the Venezuelan people. The
Did I
only thing that
say
Donald Trump is
anything
doing is
about that?
threatening. I'm just telling you the conditions that are true.
You're the one that you're assuming stuff. You're assuming stuff about me,
What am I assuming?
and you're telling me stuff, assuming that I'm going to disagree with you. You're assuming that I have certain standpoints on all of that. No, I don't.
You said they
All
got
I'm
Maduro
saying is
out.
Maduro.
So I'm saying that
out.
doesn't benefit the Venezuelan people because they kept the same regime in office.
Okay, actually, okay. Have you talked to any Venezuelans?
Yes.
How often and how many?
I don't count the amount of people I've talked to that are Venezuelan. How
Okay.
often? I don't know
I
the specific
go to-
how often either.
I go to a particular doctor every Wednesday. I get my legs wrapped every Wednesday. I'm disabled. I have to do it. There's 4 Venezuelans there. One of them was born here. The other ones came here. One back in 2010. One, I believe, was 2014. And then there's one of them has been here 2 years. The person that installed my FiOS this past year, Venezuelan, he came here through Mexico, going the proper way of becoming an immigrant. Took him 5 years, he told me. He said his cousin just came up in at that time, just came up in the people that were coming up, the caravans or whatever you want to call them coming up. He said his cousin, the last he knew, his cousin was in prison for murder. Then his cousin contacts him and lets him know he's here in America. And he's got money. And he's got this and that. I don't remember exactly what he said, but he was saying it wasn't fair because he came in the right way.
Any person that's committed murder should not be in this country, right? If they come to the country undocumented, they should be deported.
Okay,
No one disagrees
I'm
with
glad
that.
you agree
Okay?
with that.
No one
But see,
disagrees with
those
deporting.
yes, y'all do.
When?
Because of the
When
people
when
y'all
when have we
support.
ever disagreed with deporting murderers?
Because that's the only thing that Republicans and I say me because I want to make sure that y'all don't think I'm a Republican just because I support Trump. Because
Let
so
me just
many
clarify. Let
people
me just
tell
clarify.
me I must be.
Explain to me when you heard a Democrat say, "Let murderers stay in the country." Like genuinely, when
Okay.
has I've actually I don't know if I've ever heard someone claim this. I would genuinely be
What's the
shocked if
guy's-
someone did claim that. I'd be like, why do you believe that? That's absurd.
Because they're supporting so many people. Like there was a guy from MS-13 that had murdered a 13-year-old girl, and people
Okay,
were
if they're in the
throwing a
country
fit because he
undocumented,
was being
deport them.
deported. Yeah.
Who
so why
disagreed?
were
Who disagreed with
people-
that?
There were so many people throwing a fit because he was being deported.
What? Is it because they think that they weren't rightfully determined to have murdered someone?
No, it was definitely.
So they believe that they're a murderer and they want them to stay in the country. I genuinely I've never
addressed
seen
the
this.
nobody would address the fact that he was a murderer. Nobody.
Okay. So to clarify,
They were
they
ignoring
didn't
it.
think that they were a murderer and they were mad about
No,
it.
they didn't
Okay, so
say
not-
nobody.
so-
nobody.
so the fact that
nobody
they-
said they thought he was a murderer.
So
They
then
just ignored
maybe
it.
they saw a scenario where someone specifically was being deported and they didn't know that they were a murderer. Is that the situation you're talking about?
Okay, they ignore the fact that he was a
We
murderer.
don't ignore that. No one does that.
Then
Wait, what was their
then
name?
why?
What was the person's name?
me
Actually,
see if I
sorry,
can
I
find it.
apologize. I apologize. Never mind. That's literally. I'm not going to ask for that. That's literally someone you know. I apologize. I apologize. My bad. I thought for some reason I thought it was in reference to a different person. I apologize. So I remember that was part of the conversation. Don't say their name, please.
So now I do want to apologize because it does take me a while to collect my thoughts here.
It's okay.
I was once young like you, and I once was on top of everything, mentally speaking. But you get older, and these things happen. And I told you I was disabled. I want to bring something up to you. Something that has made me feel like you're extremely disingenuous. And I'm going to confront you about it, and I'm going to allow you to explain to me. I talked to you several years ago. We didn't get to debate, so I'm not violating your credential.
If you've talked to me several
the
years ago,
statute.
I let people come back on.
Well,
It's only if they've talked to me recently, really.
but
Got that.
I don't know if you'll remember this, but I'm the one that told you that Trump didn't make fun of the disabled guy. And you asked to see a video, and I told you I had one, but I didn't know how to get it or for you to be able to see it right away. And you asked me if I could upload it to my TikTok account, and I said yes, I would. And you said you didn't have time for us to deal with it at that point because you were going to go off air. And I said, okay, but I'll have it up within 10 minutes. And I asked you, will you take a look at it? And you said, yes, you will, for sure, for sure. And I said, I'm going to go through the effort of doing this for you. Will you make sure you look at it? And you said, yes, for sure, I will. As soon as you get it up, if you get it up within 10 minutes, I had it up within 5 minutes. And I messaged you. And you wouldn't look at it. You wouldn't respond to it. I left it there.
So
It's still
you've
there
held the
right
grudge
now.
for several years because I forgot about something at the end
No,
of my
not
stream.
because you forgot. Not because you forgot. What bothers me, the part that bothers me is the very next day. You would not bring me up, but the very next day, you started telling everybody that Trump was making fun of the disabled guy. That
still did happen. He still did do that. Like literally, he literally
No, he
still
didn't.
did. Yes, he did.
No, he didn't. Okay.
He actively was. Like,
If
I'm
it's-
sorry. I'm not. I'm.
Okay,
I'm
it's
very.
up on my-
Very
it's up on
obvious
my
that he
account.
did.
It's up on my account right now. You can
Yeah,
see.
and I've
my
already seen the
proof.
video many times, and I know that he
You've
did.
seen my video.
He
You've seen my
purposefully
video.
did. You can literally see him make fun of
You've
him. It's
seen-
on video.
You've seen my video.
I haven't seen your video.
Okay, I have proof, and it's
You have
up there
proof
right
that
now.
I've seen your video.
No, I have proof that he didn't make fun of the disabled guy
Okay.
in
Well,
my
I'll-
video.
okay. So
You
I
can go
definitely.
look at it right now.
I have already seen the video. I don't need to
You
go
haven't
look at it
seen my
again.
video. You haven't seen my video.
What's different about your video? Push that mustache.
I put the proof in my video. and it's
What's
undeniable.
different about your video?
Okay, I'll tell you about it, and then you can go look at it if you want. But let me ask you, what's so undeniable that Trump made fun of the guy? What in your mind fits
I mean,
that
I
he
saw
made
it
fun
on
of
video,
the
and I'm asking you, and you're not answering my question. What specifically is different about your video that is going to give me any different information than what I have already seen, given
Well,
that I've already
because
seen the video? Honestly, right now, almost
because
sounds
what
like
I'm
you're
going to
wanting
give you,
viewers from the live stream to go watch the thing that you're
no,
talking about, rather than actually try to like instruct us about what's different about the video.
okay, but the reason why I need to give it to you, what I'm going to tell you from my video, is because I want to see if the reason why you think he was making fun of him was it because he wiggled his body? Is that why you think Trump made fun of him?
It's because of the fact that he was clearly mocking his physical
How?
disability.
What did he do to mock him?
He was physically doing things to mock him. We saw it in the video
Can you
alongside.
show me? Can you show me?
So I now have to show it on screen in order to
Would you?
describe specifically what I saw.
Okay, what did he do? What did he do to physically mock the guy? I'm disabled. You're not going to hurt my feelings.
What? I'm literally just telling
Can
you
you?
that he did like certain body movements, right? Specifically to try to
And I'm
reflect
asking
someone
you,
who is
what
disabled to
body
mock
movement?
them. You could see he was purposefully doing that.
Okay, do you know how the reporter was disabled? Do you know what his disability is?
It's been years. I don't remember the specific disability.
Okay, I wish you could see me right now because I'd show you because it's very simple. His hand, his fingers curled up, pointing back towards his elbow, and his hand is curled a little bit. That's his disability. That's it. He doesn't wiggle weird. He doesn't move weird. You can't tell he has a disability until you see his hand. That's the only way you can tell the guy's disabled. That's it. That's it. His body doesn't lurch. He doesn't move weird in any way. You can take a look at videos of the guy on the news when they ask him questions. The only way you can tell he's disabled is when you see his hand. Now, the part on my video that shows you is it shows Trump when he's talking about the reporter, he's saying that when he brought up whatever the reporter was talking about, the reporter tried to change his story. So he's backpedaling. So Trump says, oh, no, it didn't happen that way. Oh, no, it didn't happen that way. Trump is the type person that.
By the way, you can see in the video that Trump literally did that with his hand.
Okay, let me finish.
You can literally see
going.
it. Like you can literally see what he did
I'll
with his
keep
hand.
going, and you'll
sorry.
get the picture.
I'm sorry. Like
Show
I
me
feel
a
like this
video
is
where you
incredibly
see-
dishonest.
Show me a video where you
This is
see
incredibly
the reporter
dishonest.
doing that. Show me a video where you
Wait,
see the
I'm literally
reporter
looking at a
doing it.
picture right now where it's comparing specifically what Donald Trump did with his hand specifically to the video of the person who's
Oh,
doing it. I
okay,
don't feel like
show
this
me
is
the
necessary
vi-
to demonstrate this point. It's literally you can find this
Okay.
on. Wait, by the way, literally go to David Pacman's YouTube channel. Right, I'm not
Okay.
trolling. He made a video on this like 11 years ago, almost. No, 10 years ago, a little bit over 10 years ago, actually.
Okay, tell me how
Literally
to get
showing.
that.
You can see in the thumbnail specifically
Okay.
the similarities of how
Alright.
specifically Donald Trump was showing his hand to do so.
I want to see that. I want to see that. So tell me how to get there.
I just look up Trump
what's the
mocks.
guy's name?
It's David Pacman show. Trump mocks reporter's
David?
disability, claims they never met.
Is it PACKMAN?
Pakman.
Show Trump mock. That should be enough, right?
Trump mocks reporter's disability. David Pacman show.
Reporters.
The blessed one, thank you for the $5. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. As well as Chris, thank you for the $20. Thank you so much. For some Republicans hate immigrants most are
Okay.
weaponizing the base against them as a bog Jimin to manipulate them. No Republicans were ever talking about immigrants 20 years ago because they needed their money and work. Literally, I mean, the Republican Party used to be, honestly, if you listen to it now, it sounds like they're pro-immigrant. Like if you listen to the older Republican Party, yeah.
We're all the Republicans
Trump
that
isn't.
I know
Trump is not
have
pro-immigrant.
always been pro-immigrants.
Trump is not.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
Show me where he's not. Show me how he's not.
Yeah,
Show me specifically him saying,
he's called to denaturalize people. He said he doesn't want Somali immigrants in our country. He called for people who specifically were under TPS, who were Haitian immigrants in the country, to be removed from the country, even though they were under legal status. He says people who are under the legal asylum process are in the country undocumented when they're here legally. They're specifically going after people who are going towards their legal court dates, right? Specifically in these situations, he's got rid of the CBP1 app that limited people who are legally trying to go through the system of being able to go through the system, because he specifically used that to verify their court dates.
I think that might be and I'm saying this, I believe it's wrong, but I believe he might be targeting certain people, maybe. But that doesn't mean he's against all immigrants.
So do you see how he's against immigrants? I'm giving you so many examples of how he's against immigrants. I gave you so many examples of how he's against immigrants. Those are all examples.
He might be against.
He said he calls once. Yeah, against that's being against immigrants. Okay.
It's not against all immigrants.
Yeah, he's not against every single immigrant, but he's against immigrants as a whole, right? Specifically, right? In terms of these situations, he's against legal immigrants. I gave many examples of that being true.
Okay, let's go back to this video you told me about him making fun. Okay, in my video, I show him doing the same exact movement. So he's got it paused on this picture on this video. He's got it paused to where Trump's hand is cocked downward a little bit. But in the video, when you play the video, Trump's movement, and I wish you could see me because I'm showing it right now, Trump's body goes like this, and he's moving exactly like what I'm doing right now, which you can't see. But if you see my video, it'll explain it. But I found three other videos of him making the same.
I'm sorry. I just think
movement.
it's obvious that he's making fun of him in this context, and for the fact that you would say I'm dishonest and disingenuous for simply disagreeing with you on this matter when I literally saw this. No, absurd.
No. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm pissed off about. What I'm pissed off about is you said you would look at it and
you held a grudge for multiple years because I forgot to click on something at the end of my live stream.
Let me finish. Come on.
I can't even, dude.
Let me finish.
Go ahead.
It's what I'm pissed off about is the very next day you start talking about how Trump made fun of the disabled guy without even looking at my video. That's the part I'm pissed off about. Okay, if you forgot, you forgot. But the point is, you started talking about the situation, so you did not forget. You started talking about Trump.
I forgot specifically about you telling me to look at some video. No, I'm sorry, my bad. Right, years ago, by the way. Years ago, by the way. Literally years ago, I forgot. Wow, Parker, good job, forgot something. Let me just let you know, dude. I'm a literal elevator. I get elevated all the time. Okay, it is not uncommon that I forget some. I'm just gonna be totally honest, it is not uncommon that I forget something short term. Like that happens. Okay, I'm sorry. Like, my bad, man. I get it. I'm so sorry. But genuinely, I don't think that your video is going to prove this, because I do think that Donald Trump clearly was trying to mock his disability in the circumstance. And let's just be totally honest, right? You could even disagree with me on that, and you could still consider me not disingenuous just because I happen to forget, right? Like, come on, like. That's absurd, even from your perspective. Come on. I did mute you, so you have to unmute yourself real quick. Judy, thank you for the $15 on PayPal. Thank you so much. Kenzie, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $10. Thank you very much. Rachel, thank you so much for the $10 as well. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Seriously, though. And Tom, thank you for the $5. Thank you. Oh, I think they... Yeah, I sent you an invite to unmute. You can click the microphone in the bottom right, or you can click the... it sent you an info... Oh, they left. Okay. All right.